Although also I thought I'd review another film, Back to the Face Again thing, and I've shaved my hair, so I'm not wearing a hat this time. I can't be bothered. Yeah, I just saw a film called Excision. You may have heard about it. All I can say is if you just go and watch it. Go and watch it. Seriously, just go and watch it. It's absolutely amazing. I've never seen. It's one of the best horrors I've seen in a while that really got to me. But in order for me to explain why it's disturbing, I'm not going to give any major things away or anything like that. I wouldn't do that. But in order for me to explain why I find it so disturbing, it might be best if you, I don't know, maybe just go ahead and watch the trailer that I linked below, and then make up your own mind about it and see what you think. Now, if you're still watching, I'm going to explain why I find it so disturbing. Basically, it's about a young girl. In some ways, it kind of reminded me a little bit of, to those who have seen it, it kind of reminded me a little bit of the film Donnie Darko. A little bit. Except, you know, the mom, who is played by Tracy Lords, and she gives an outstanding performance. At first I didn't know who it was. I thought it was Rebecca De Mornay or something like that. I thought she made a comeback, but then I read it and I was like, Tracy Lords, what the hell? And I was like, my God, she can be a really good actress if she wants to be, you know. I was just blown away by it, and especially by one of the daughters, who is somewhat unhinged. I gather her name is Ariel Winter, and it's probably the best performance that I've seen coming from sort of like a fairly obscure kind of horror film. I mean, May was the last one that I remembered in the 90s, when they I can't remember the actress's name. She was in The Woman, and she was in a few other films. I just can't for the life of me remember what her name is. But it's like, you know, that kind of performance on that level of greatness, you know, really just gobsmacking. I mean, geez, even Empire gave it 5 stars and said one of the most extraordinarily odd, impressive films of the year. 5 stars. Kim Newman. That's why I respect Kim Newman. That's why Kim Newman is my favourite critic of all time. Screw Mark Commode and screw the others, most of them. Kim Newman is the shit. He knows his horror more than any other critic ever. He's not judgmental in any way. He even gave the Human Centipede films 3 stars each, and the Serbian film he gave it 3 stars. You know, I mean, Mark Commode would like give it a really bad review and sort of shy away and say, oh, it's just filth, you know. But Kim Newman knows horror. And it's got Malcolm McDowell, it's got Ray Weiss from Twin Peaks, and Malcolm McDowell. I said that again because it is fucking Malcolm McDowell, you know what I mean? And the cameo with John Waters. And it's got a very kind of a John Waters type of feel to it, the film has. The teenager is sort of like not quite right. She's kind of a bit minging, and she's got greasy hair, really greasy hair, messed up teeth and all that kind of, and like her sister's really pretty and wholesome and stuff, but you know, she's not. She's far from it. She rebels against her mom, Tracy Lords, who's a Christian fanatic, who's a religious fanatic, and you wouldn't believe, I mean, Tracy Lords, ex-porn star, the way she pulls it off, plays a character of like a radical Christian, woman. Like I said, I did not know it was her. You know, I did not know it was her. Malcolm McDowell plays a teacher, and I think Roger Bart, who was in Hostel 2, plays her dad. He was sort of like a little bit of a pushover, and you know, Tracy Lord's the character, who's a mom, is sort of like always kind of like, you know, arguing with her and stuff, and like, you know, like really pissed off with her and everything, you know, because of the way she is with the daughter and everything, because the daughter has very peculiar behaviour, and it does have that black comedy John Waters style of film to it. It does have that style, and it's one of those films, one of the best films I've seen, that puts you in a false sense of security, and you know, you're watching it and you think, oh, you know, it's actually not gory, and there's hardly any torture or anything like that in it. I don't think there's anything like that in it. It's just a regular bizarre kind of horror film, you know, in the vein of John Waters or something, and it gives you this false sense of security until the ending, which disturbed me so much, and it made me so uncomfortable that I actually put Back to the Future on. And it's been a while since I've done that, since I've watched a horror film, and it's had that impact on me that I need to put on more uplifting kind of film. And you know, in my opinion, Back to the Future is the best uplifting film ever made, in many ways. You know, obviously apart from It's a Wonderful Life and stuff, but Back to the Future just kind of cuts straight to the chase. You know, it's just one of my favourite films. And the ending was just like, oh my god. And if you made it this far into the review, it's one of those endings that makes you think so much about what you've seen previously in the film. It makes you really think about the way the film has been directed and stuff, how it sort of classes itself to be some kind of a weird, twisted John Waters type black comedy, and then just bam, hits you with something else totally different. And yeah, basically it really is one of those films where if you don't like it, then you don't really know your horror that well, because horror films, you know, like you know, the best ones kind of pull you back and forth and put you into a false sense of security in many ways and stuff, and then all of a sudden they just bam, hit you with something like this does. And the ending, jeez man, you know, I was just like, so that's where it's led to then. Yeah. And certainly one of those films where you watch it a second time around and you know what's coming, so you have a sense of dread about what's coming. Truly extraordinary film. Well, how would I rate it? I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Maybe even to 10 out of 10. It's obviously a cult classic horror film that's just very different from a lot of stuff that I've seen, you know, where basically the film is like kind of like played out as, you know, like a weird twisted black comedy kind of thing, and then suddenly, you know, at the end you're thinking, my god, that's really messed up, really messed up. And like I said, I had to put on a nice film afterwards to, yeah, kind of get over it and just, you know, get it out of my head. You know, it's got that impact about it. It's just an amazing film. Go watch it. Go watch it. Seriously, you won't be disappointed. It's one of the best new horror films that I've seen in a while. You know, I was really, really impressed with it, and certainly one of the best films of the year. This could be classed as possibly one of the best American horror films of the year, I think, that I've seen. I can't really think of anything else that's topped it. I think it was last year or the year before, it would have been The Woman. This case, I would definitely say it's Excision. Definitely one of the best horror films of the year in my opinion that I've seen, American horror films. So that's it, and yeah, I recommend it. 2 thumbs up for me. Fantastic film, really fantastic, and I dread the day comes when I want to put it on again, because like I said, I kind of know what's going to happen, and it's not going to shock me as much, but I just sort of know what's going to happen, and I don't know what's worse, you know, because it's played out as moderately innocent but in bad taste, and then yeah, I think I've said enough now, so you know, I'll cut this review short. Thanks for watching, and like I said, you know, I hope I didn't ruin anything for you, but basically just go and watch it, and the less you read about it the better, you know, just watch the trailer or something, and hopefully, I haven't even seen the trailer, hopefully the trailer won't give the ending away, but yeah, I'm talking too much now, I'll see you guys later, and my next update will be in early December, and it's probably going to be my most extreme and fucked up film, you know, most extreme and fucked up update yet. I plan on doing a top 10 or top 20 most fucked up films in my collection, and explaining why. That'll be a long video. Yeah, that'll be a long one. So, yeah, obviously I've got to wait until they come. You know, like I got the Burning Moon up there. This actually, I got the Burning Moon right, the damaged disc, right. It makes for a really nice coaster. Look at that. It's quite a nice coaster, that is. It's quite nice. I mean, I've just got it there on my little table. So yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry for sort of blabbered on towards the end, and yeah, I'll see you later.